Hey babes, I'm Alexis.
And I'm Lanette.
And this is Getting the D. Girl, how we doing? How was your week?
Well,
Miss Birthday girl.
Okay. My birthday was so fun and actually like really low key, which is totally what I wanted.
Great.
Like initially I was going to go away and like do like a little Jim Thorpe moment or something, which is like not really me, but I was like, I could like sit in the forest and read a book, I guess. I don't know. But then I was like, no, I have like all kinds of things to do here. And I just wanted to like, just let it be like low key. And it was like 50s all week, which was amazing.
It was amazing. But we had to recap Kelsey Ballerini. That was like first birthday.
Oh my God, that's right.
I feel like it's important to recap that we saw the queen and our queen, Kelsey Ballerini.
She's like my top right now.
Yeah. I have a little story though. When we got to the concert, you know, that she's about to come on and everyone stands for the performer to come on stage. And Lanette goes, oh, why is everyone standing?
No, I was like, oh my God, these girls in front of us cannot stand the whole time.
And I was like, and then I stood and we all stood and Lanette was like, wait, we're standing?
No,
we're all standing? I was like, this is what people do at concerts now, Lanette. Like,
I'm a sitter. I like to sit. Like I like to sit and enjoy.
I get that, but I feel like certain concerts you had to stand. I can see if it was like Sam Smith or something where you're just like swaying. But like she has some bobs and everyone's got up and sang their little hearts out. And it was our time.
Once we were standing, I was good.
Yeah, she was. Once she got off, she was like, okay, I get it. And she's like, I'm bopping out. And she was like obsessed with she was like, I didn't know she had this much spunk to her.
No, because I thought it was going to be, and no shade to Casey because I absolutely love her and I cry every time I see her. But she is a singer. She wears one outfit.
Right.
And she sings. She walks.
Yeah, she walks around.
But so I kind of expected that from Kelsey, but then she was a performer.
Correct.
Which is not what I was really expecting.
Right.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Like absolutely worth it. And
amazing.
We were a little tired. I'm not going to lie. We were kind of like, let's drag ourselves to this.
It was the day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was a Monday night.
It was a Monday night.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I went pretty hard the day before.
Yeah.
And
I was up all night writing a paper.
Yeah. So we both were just like tired and like pushing ourselves to actually go.
And I had work all day.
Right.
And then, so, but I feel like concerts are always like that. When I went and saw Mariah, I looked at Ian and I was like, oh, I don't want to fucking go to this.
Yeah. You're like, damn. Then you're there and you're like, oh yeah.
It was so fun. Yeah.
And to just hear, you know, Penthouse live.
Oh my God. Spiritual.
I kissed someone new last night. Finish it.
No. I don't know. Is it now? I don't care or I don't
care
know.
Where you're sleeping, baby. Yeah. No, it was great.
No, it was so good. Like one of the better concerts that I've seen recently.
And we got lucky because she actually had to cancel a show like right before ours because she had the flu. So
yeah, it was so good.
Kelsey Ballerini. It was
Did
amazing.
you see the thing that I posted of her performing where she took her shoe off?
Yes.
She's so authentic and cute.
She is. She's a real one.
Yeah.
She's definitely a real one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had to start with that. I remembered I wanted to recap that because we talked about her so much.
Good.
She is a part of our healing journey. And I'm sure a lot of other women out there too going through divorce. It's very helpful.
I was explaining her to someone the other day and I was like, no, like I wrote these songs. Like these were she took them from my head.
Correct. And it was just like peak girlhood in there.
There were so many girls.
Yeah, everyone was just singing their hearts out with their friends.
It was so good. And her merch was so cute. Like it was literally perfect.
Yeah, it was the perfect little experience.
Perfect night.
A little perfect night for the girls. For the
night.
girls and the gays probably.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah. But anyway, this and then birthday week in general, it's warm.
It was so warm. It was so nice. Yeah. I took off work for like 5 days.
Wow.
And just like staycationed. I really didn't do much. And then on my birthday, my boyfriend is a photographer, so he did a little birthday photo shoot for me.
You guys have to look at the photos. They're so cute.
I will show them. He's so talented.
He is
like, and I'm not just saying that.
No, he is like so talented.
Really, really good. He did our first shoot,
our first content. Yeah.
But because we were talking the other day and like Cash, my dog, is getting old. which like breaks my heart. But he's 11, and I'm like, I don't have.
I didn't think I realized Cash was 11.
No, I know, because he acts like he's like 5 because he's a pain in the ass.
He's a young heart.
He is a young heart.
Young heart, run free.
I took him hiking the other day, and he just wouldn't quit.
Where did you hike?
Like Ridley Park.
Cute.
Ridley Creek.
Ridley
I say
State.
hiking. We were like walking a path.
Yeah, that's what we do in Philadelphia.
That's a hike.
That's
It's a Philly hike.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just really want pictures with him, like really nice pictures, because I did that with the little pit bull Penelope that I had. We had professional pictures done, and I was like, I want them with Cash. So we did that for my birthday, and it was so cute. And then we went to Dear Daphne for dinner.
Okay. And
yeah, it was fine. It was good. it was really good. It's just, again, Laser Wolf by Schulzen.
yeah, it's definitely a dupe.
Yeah, but beautiful inside and
Aesthetically
somehow
gorgeous.
less expensive.
Yeah, it's pretty
The drinks
shocking
were
because
great.
Laser Wolf is aggressively expensive.
No, they're like, sit at this picnic table. That'll be $300.
You know, somehow you're like, oh wow, this is
Oh, wow, I'm really uncomfortable.
yeah. Like I
and
just had
yeah.
I don't know, some hummus and
But the food's incredible.
it is. It's yeah. If you're gonna pick between Laser Wolf and Dear Daphne, we vote Laser Wolf. However, if you want aesthetics, maybe like a little fancier.
Vibes are Dear Daphne.
Yeah.
Food is Laser Wolf.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
So we did that, and at the end of that, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was so tired.
Yeah.
But then again, like I didn't want to go out, I didn't want to drink, whatever. So we did candle making. That's what I
saw
wanted to do.
that.
It was so fun.
It is cute.
It was really
It's
cute.
like not a lot. Like you get there and you think it's gonna be this whole process. It's like really not.
No,
You put a little essential oil in there,
little
wax,
oil and some wax, and then
you
sit.
wait, and you can
Yeah.
bring your own.
Yeah.
Or they have wine there now.
Well, wait. So I didn't realize it's they collabed with Tria, the wine bar.
Smart.
So they act so smart. So they actually sell bottles, or it's BYO.
It's nice to have the option.
But
great.
so we had champagne, and literally while we were waiting for the candles to cool, like I was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. I gotta lay down.
Jammies.
I had to.
Birthday
So
jams.
that's 33. But it was so good, and then like just hung out.
You
which was
also
so
did
nice.
puppy yoga.
Oh my god.
How could we forget?
Forgot. So yeah, so my big plan was like, okay, all my friends from work, all my friends from here, like let's all meet and go to this puppy yoga that the SPCA was putting together. The tickets sold out in like one day.
That's so cute.
So me, my boyfriend, and Ian are the only ones that got tickets, and the three of us went yesterday.
I love that.
It was adorable, but next time I have to like get everyone on the same page really early. We did no yoga.
Yeah, how can you?
No, it was
It's
just straight
dogs
puppies.
galore.
It was amazing though. I don't want to do yoga any other way, really.
Yeah, I mean, that seems ideal.
Oh, they were so cute. So yeah,
That
so
is your heaven.
was-
I love that.
So that was it. Truly.
That was a great week.
Yeah, it was so good. This leads me to actually, I did want to talk about this. So someone asked me like, okay, 33, like what are you visioning for this year? Like what are your goals? And I think the goal is to do less. And I know that that seems like not a normal goal probably, especially for me, but it's like I have like a lot of things going on, and it's like let's just focus on these things and not
Try and do 1 million things at once.
let's not add anything else on.
Yeah. It's easier said than done, but I totally agree.
Yeah, like let's focus on these things. Let's like if we can't get to the gym, let's not beat ourselves up. Let's you know, make sure we're prioritizing the right things and just like chill out a little bit.
Yeah. Like actually enjoy your time off.
Yeah.
Even
Or
if
just like life generally. Cause I think like,
Yeah.
and I would imagine that you're like this too, like goal driven and like growth mindset,
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, I have this goal and everything in my life is leading up to this goal. And then you reach that goal and you don't even acknowledge it because you're like, what's next? What's next? Like, what's next? And you just kind of like miss everything in between.
Life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm totally doing that, but we've acknowledged it, and I'm gonna, you know.
I think it's good to have goals, right? And it's good to be goal oriented, but when you hold yourself hostage to those goals, it's like
It's such a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's just not it.
Yeah.
You learn it though.
Right.
You learn it the hard way.
And it's like, who's making these rules? Like, who's holding me hostage? It's me.
Right.
It's me. Nobody else knows.
Girl bossing a little too close to the sun, you know,
Per
as
usual.
we do.
But we're taking that down
We're taking that back this year.
in my 33rd year.
Good.
So,
We love that.
Yeah.
Here, 33. Oh my God, I can't believe we're 33 this year.
I know. Wait, are you going to be
That's
33?
wild. Yeah, we're the same age.
Oh.
92, babe.
Oh my God.
Wait, do you always think you're older than me, or do you think?
Yeah.
That's sorry. I mean, I think like I don't know. Maybe.
I think because I'm older than like a lot of my friends.
So to be the same age as someone is like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
I'm
I'm
like-
the youngest of my friends.
I'm like, take my wisdom.
Yeah.
You're so young.
You're just a little puppy.
So young.
Yeah.
Alexis.
Honestly, you give like more mature and sophisticated, I feel like sometimes than me.
Oh. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Okay. More importantly, sandals.
Oh, we're
So,
having
like, how was your week? But,
Okay,
like,
how
just
was-
please sandals.
Just get to the
because we didn't
sandals.
debrief at all.
Yeah, we need to debrief sandals. Okay. Let's just start by saying sandal slaps. Okay.
Right.
These are 2 words I never thought I'd say in my life, if I'm going to be honest. But
You
let
heard
me
it
tell
here.
you heard it here first. Sandals slaps. I ate well. I drank well. I relaxed well.
Yeah. It looks beautiful.
And yeah, honestly, I felt like I was in a simulation. Like I felt like I was in the White Lotus and everything was like
Oh my
gorgeously groomed and like perfect. And like everything was like white and then greenery everywhere. Like it was insane and
It's
beautiful.
also a new one. So it's like
their
very
newest
nice.
one. Yes. It was like untouched, gorgeous, like one of the first, first year of it. And it was just beautiful with all the mountains in the background. Like the backdrop looks fake
Insane.
because it's like mountainous and jungly and
Jungly.
nature driven. And
Yeah.
I was just like staring at the overwater bungalows. I was like, how do we get in one of those though? Because they looked insane. They're like 2 stories. But
Yeah.
I will say, okay, I have one little thing to add to the sandals.
I feel like I know what this is going to be.
Okay, so the average ages were like honeymooners and then 50 to 75, like retirees, I would say.
They're the only people that can afford it.
I guess you're right. Because the
It's
ones
so
in the middle
expensive.
are like in the thick of parenthood, I guess, or just, I don't know, or younger than, honeymooners are just
Trying to
young
work. Yeah.
and like maybe don't want to go to all close to sandals right now. But it's like, it's built for all like adults.
Or
So
they can
adults
like
only.
splurge on a honeymoon because sandals is not cheap.
Yeah, because it's all inclusive. And like they
Right.
have a certain tier and aesthetic. They want to,
Yeah.
like, they don't hustle you while you're there to like get a timeshare. They don't want you to tip, which I
that
thought
is
was
so
very
nice.
interesting because
Yeah.
we were like trying to tip everybody.
Yeah.
And half of them were like, we can't take it. I was like, what is this?
Where the other half like, yeah,
Yeah. Some of the bartenders were like, okay. And like
Yeah.
they're sending us some
Yeah.
extra drinks. But
I could see that.
you do run into your sandals cult people. I will tell you that.
They
I mean,
exist.
as you,
My mom is one.
I love that for her. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there is a time and place and there is like an audience for it. I get it. Just like there are Disney people, like we talk about Disney adults.
Don't compare these two.
No, but they
groups of
are.
people.
They're groups of people that love the same thing every year. Like if you think about it,
Yes.
Disney adults,
Yeah.
cruise people, sandals people.
I don't understand a cruise person.
So
at
like
all.
those people that, and again, I'm not only like those people, but there are groups that like
No, yeah.
the same trips
their
every
jam.
year. And then sandals allows you to go to different places, and so do cruises, but you're still going on that same company.
You're on the same journey at a different place.
Right. It's tried and true. And I understand,
Yes.
just wanting to like, you're going to get, to expect.
Yeah.
But I will say it just took me aback. Like I was just kind of like laughing a little bit. Like, 'cause we would run into some people that were like,
Yeah.
oh, this is our 17th sandals. And
That is a lot.
we're getting an award next week for like most sandals, or we're getting like
What
a
do they
free
get?
week. I don't even know if it's just like they send you an actual plaque. I don't know. But I was just
Like
like,
a
wow.
YouTube plaque,
And I'm
they're
sitting there like mute, like just like taking it in. And Molly's like, wow, tell us more. Like
love
how does this one compare? What do we think so far? And he's just
He's
like
so
entertaining them. And I'm like, what is happening?
You're like, he's drinking the juice, and he's like, yeah.
And
Where
I'm
did
just
you?
like, what is
what's your
happening?
favorite?
And I'm like, did I make a huge mistake? Oh my God. Like,
That's
like,
amazing.
No, but then we met some really great couples that were just like first sandals. We're all in this together and we're just like having a good time by the pool and just, sharing experiences, getting to know people. Wally wears like Eagles hat a lot and people were like, go birds. And then you
That's
get like
cute.
the camaraderie of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was enough. Honestly, both of us were so sick to leave. Like the last day we were like, maybe one more day.
Yeah. It is so nice and like just chill.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to be actually when I booked it as far as it was. We like,
Oh, really?
so we had to connect in Miami, which
Yeah.
let me just tell everyone, if you need to connect in Miami out of the country on the way back, do not do it. If you have the option to not,
Really?
don't do it. Connecting, like we had to go from St. Vincent to Miami and Miami to Philly.
Right.
It's just huge and
Miami.
obnoxiously massive, and like people are like running and trying to. There's a huge connecting airport
because it's like international. Yeah, like
and
there's
you
a lot
had
of
to do
international
customs
flights
through
from
Miami. So like it was just
yes.
mayhem. There were people running through the line, being like, "I have to make my flight." Like it was wild. Like
Okay.
thank God we
That's
had
really
2
stressful.
hours in between, but we still didn't get to our gate till 10 minutes
So would
before.
have been like nervous. Yeah.
No, we didn't get there
totally.
till 10 minutes before boarding.
Oh my god.
And you know, but we got home. But we did make it through connecting flights together. That was another thing I want to bring up. Like that's a big step in a relationship. I didn't know because you know it's very easy to be frustrated just with connections and
the airport
having
together.
To fight the airport in general.
Wait, was this your first airport together?
No, Tulum was.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And I learned then, and it's still tried and true, that Mr. Wally likes to be there bright and early, like a good 3 hours early, especially international, because he's like, it's international, 3 hours early. Like he gives like anxious that energy.
Okay.
Which we like. I'd rather him be that way because if it was the opposite, I would be annoyed. If it was like too lax, where I feel like I'm like kind of in the middle. Like I'm not too lax. I'm not too hype. I've kind of learned my tricks of if I'm not checking your bag, I can get there like 2 hours or a little under 2 hours.
Especially out of Philly. Philly's really not that bad.
Right there. Yeah. And honestly, we get there and like the gates aren't even open yet. And then we have to like go to a different terminal. So, you know, we're learning. And I think you just let your partner be who they are. And then next time we maybe decide otherwise.
That is such a good tip.
It's really hard
to just let them be who they are, particularly in the airport.
You just got to let go and let God again.
And you do. And I'm a nightmare in the airport, but I've actually done better. Like for Costa Rica, we were there super early.
Why are you a nightmare?
Because I pack too much. Because I'm bringing too much.
Oh, okay.
But I have learned. But yeah, like however they want to do their thing, like you just have to like, okay. Because it is like a high like stress situation for some reason.
It is. And you have to like allow yourself not to get too stressed. It's going to be interesting. I mean, he is also a very tall man, so he needs like an aisle seat. So I always sacrifice for the middle because I want to sit next to my boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. Like I might have to just like not sit next to him and get a window.
Oh wait. Okay. The breakfast buffet.
Okay, the breakfast buffet did not slap. Let me just tell you that.
No.
Everything else slapped. I thought it was fine.
I'm so
The only thing I like that is like the homemade omelet. Like I like when they like make your omelet for you. That's fine. But like everything else was a little not that great.
Wow.
I know. But the thing is they had restaurants that we can go and have breakfast. Like I was able to get like
that's nice, yeah.
an Eggs Benedict and like you know, they made it for you. So we ended up going back to those.
Okay.
And they had it was actually so cute. They had little latte places. Like
I did see that. Yeah.
So loved I vote Sandals, especially if you just want to relax, kick back, no worries in the world. Don't lift a finger.
Okay. 2 more questions about Sandals.
Yeah.
Did you do any water sports?
You know, we did a boat, but that was more just a cruise. We did not like.
Was it fun?
It was so nice. It was beautiful. It was like exactly what we wanted. We did regret not doing like oh my God,
jet skis.
Any of that. Like, but we wanted to kayak.
Oh, cute.
And we both were kind of lazy. Then one day we should have done it and we just didn't like force each other to get up and do it. And then the next day when we were leaving, we were like, we should have did it.
I'm going to tell you right now, I did jet skis in Mexico and about 10 minutes in, I said, that's enough. So I feel like you didn't miss out. And kayaking, especially in the ocean, like you'd be like, all right, I'm out here. I don't know.
Yeah. You got to be ready to do some activity.
Yeah.
And I think I was very much into laying. I can't paddleboard. You mean standing up? Is that
no, like on your knees.
Yeah. I saw someone out there on their feet. I was like, what? How?
Incredible. The core strength.
That's what I said. The core strength is
amazing.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your final question?
This is what I thought you were going to say was like not your jam. And this is always the problem for me at all inclusives. The nightlife. Were there fire dancers? And
oh yeah. I sent you a video.
No, I
remember.
Oh, I didn't know there were fire dancers in that. I thought it was
there
like
weren't fire dancers, but he was balancing.
That.
He was balancing a wine bottle on his head and dancing, and I was like, and I'm out of sandals.
And that's when it clicked.
Yeah, there were glimmers. Yeah. There were glimmers of being out of sandals, and that was one of them. The live entertainment.
Nighttime is really hard at all inclusives because you're just there with those people.
Correct.
Yeah, and you're like, I've seen you all day.
Yeah. And honestly, like I told you, the demographics we were with. So like,
Right.
if we were at the bar, everyone talks to each other, and they're like, "Oh, you guys just get married?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "No, we're just here like on
Yeah.
vacation." They're like, "Well, why didn't he marry you yet? What do you mean?" And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh my god,
You're
everyone,
like,
calm
okay,
down.
hold on now, Sandals.
All right, Kevin, calm down."
Kevin.
All
right, Bruce, chill.
Let's sit down with your cigar on. But yeah, no. In a little box, it was cute.
Okay.
It was fun. I liked
Would
it a
we
lot.
go again?
I would eventually. I don't want to keep going. Like it was good for what it was then, but
Out of 10.
out of 10, 1 out of 10. I would say 8.
That's a pretty high review.
Yeah, for that one particular. Then again, it's the only one I've ever been to.
That's fair.
So yeah.
All right. Well, Joanne, my mom goes next month.
Joanne,
So
you're gonna love it, girl. You're gonna love it.
So we'll get her.
I will say we did, when we were speaking to the Sandals people, which you seem to be one, right? I'm talking to your mom.
Oh well. Oh
Yeah,
Joe.
Listen up. They told us that Grenada was their favorite.
We
got a lot of that feedback. Versus this one, so it might take a second spot to Grenada. Is that how you say it?
It's like Granada or Grenada.
I know that's everyone kept saying Grenada when we were meeting them, and I was like, "Is it Granada though? Who knows? Grenada, potato. Who knows?"
Right. Potato, exactly. Tomato. She loved that one. I think that's the other like newer one. That's another newer one.
Okay.
I've only been to one. I went to the Exuma in the Bahamas, and it was.
I hear they're nice.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Exuma's beautiful. Insane. So
I would like to try the Bahamas at some point.
Oh, I love it. You've never been?
No.
Oh my God, Lex. Okay, here's the thing.
Here we go.
I feel like the Bahamas are not given the credit that they deserve because we live so close to it. Like we're like, no, this can't be that amazing. It's 2 hours away, 3 hours away. No, it's like some of the most beautiful water I've ever seen.
Yeah, it looks it.
It's insane.
I will say Turks better water than St. Vincent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Turks' water is like notorious.
Then the Bahamas, yeah, like they're stunning. But there are so many islands. It's insane. Like I didn't even know where we were on the map. I had to like look it up. I was like, oh, we are far.
Yeah.
Like we were like an hour ahead or something.
I still don't know where it is.
It's fine.
Well, I'll have to pull up a map.
They're very tiny islands.
Yeah.
But I will say this is another thing, and this is the final thing. I know we've been talking a lot about all inclusives in general, Sandals, Caribbean. I do feel this sense of guilt when you get out of the airport and you're in the shuttle and you're just driving through the broken down, really like low, like poverty, all of that. And then you're going to like this insanely stunning resort. And I'm just like watching people like outside waiting for a bus with no shoes or like, and I'm like, what? This is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So of course when we met a couple at Sandals, she was like, oh, I was like on upside workers. Like, do they treat you well? Like, I want to feel okay that I'm here right now. And they're like, oh yeah, no, like they like give us money to go to college and like,
oh, that's nice.
I guess Sandals has like programs and stuff and they
great.
just obviously hire all the locals. But yeah, I had to add that in. I felt it always feels weird, right?
I feel like, and again, like I have nothing to base this on, but if I had to guess, working at like one of those big resorts is nice.
I think it's
a job,
one of the best jobs you can get on the island.
Okay.
Well, at least there.
Yeah.
They were like, they treat us very well. And like,
I mean,
they're
I would
excited
wanna
to be
work
there. Yeah. Well, yeah, we just had one guy he was talking about Keke Palmer with me, Beyonce. He was doing splits. Like I was like, this is your job? He was like, yeah, it's great.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I completely understand that. Yeah. You're like, oh, God, I'm such an American asshole.
Yeah. Like just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. So.
But you're not.
No, I know. We all vacation. It is what it is. And I feel very lucky that I can do that. So yeah. Like it just makes you really grateful driving through.
Agree.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I think it's going to be a little bit more of a transitional year than I had anticipated. I got some things going on in my career.
A traditional year? Transitional year.
Transitional more than I had anticipated. Potentially with work, which I can't really say much yet. Yeah. But lots going on recently. And then
Lex is becoming a nurse. So.
Could you imagine? Oh
my God.
No. I mean, listen, I think I could, but no, I couldn't.
Oh my God. You would hate
pass out.
Oh my God.
I had a psychic tell me I was a nurse in the First World War in my past life, so I could never do medical this time. She was like, you wanted to take care of people in a different way. She's like, you couldn't do medical again.
In the First World War.
In the first one. Could you imagine me with the white hat?
So cute.
Like the white hat and that.
Adorable.
I would
could
love
see
that
that. Wow. Okay. It's kind of a sight.
It wasn't Queen Heather. It was someone else. But
yeah.
anywho,
Okay.
yeah, that. And then we need to find a new apartment. Oh, yeah. Lease is up in June.
Oh my God. It's going to sneak up on you.
I know. So I'm kind of, it's a little premature, I guess, but we need to find a
No, I get excited.
2-bedroom,
I don't
2-bath.
So.
No, it's hard because a lot of things coming on the market are literally for like March 1st move in or April 1st move in. And they're not like further away yet. And we're just keeping our eye out.
But you could look at like buildings if you wanted to.
Okay, so anywho,
what are we talking about?
Oh, also what happened recently. The Eagles won. So we'll just put that in there. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
I mean, I know it's a little bit after their win, but like,
well, whatever. I mean,
they won.
They did.
Go Birds. That was fun. Fun run.
I'm glad it's over. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay to be
Every
real.
Sunday, I was like, fuck.
You know, it's so rude, though. You know what's so rude?
What?
Baseball season starts now.
Please.
What is it? Catchers and pitchers or whatever the fuck it's called.
What?
It's like spring training.
Couldn't care less.
I'm
not really.
The spring is springing, and it's not actually spring yet, but it's starting to get a little warmer. But it is that bipolar kind of weather at the moment that we all love to hate. And I was dying because I saw this TikTok of, as we do, of a man walk around New York City, and he was like, "I just need everyone to listen up, especially to the street men in the world.
Coming for you.
We need to put the toes away. You guys get really excited when
it's too early.
When the 60 degrees hits for once in this early premature weather, and you just see a bunch of toes from straight men. I
did wear my toes out last night.
Were you in a heel?
Yeah.
This is different.
No,
we're talking about like the run into the coffee shop in
Tivas.
Is that what they're called?
Tiva.
Javianas? Is that?
I've never said that word out loud, and then when I heard him say it, I was like, "Is that how that's pronounced?"
Javianas?
Yeah,
I think that's how it's said, right?
Yeah, I was like, that's way fancier than what I'm saying in my head.
Oh, what were you saying? I don't know.
I wasn't. I really wasn't. I've never said it out loud, but I was like, oh, wow, that's how you say that? But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, I definitely, though, like during this warmer, sunshiny week, I was like, okay, the seasonal depression is lifting out of my soul.
Isn't it crazy?
It's insane. I'm just a little plant. Like, I just need the sunlight and some warmth, and I'm like so much better.
Not gonna lie, it was nice to land from 80 degrees and be like, oh, it's 60 here. That was something.
Better transition.
That was something.
Yeah, but it's cold again, so you know.
Whatever. Pennsylvania Phil. Is that who does it?
Alexis. Did we not talk about the groundhog?
No, we haven't talked about groundhog. Why?
You already know
that you're obsessed with the groundhog.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough.
Puxatawny Phil
is her heart and soul.
He has a wife. Her name is Phyllis.
Of course it is.
And then they have this was his first Groundhog's Day as a father.
Congrats, Mazel, to the happy couple.
And yeah, so Phyllis and Phil welcomed their first set of children in 2024, and their names are, oh my God, it's like Shadow and Sunshine or something. It's beautiful.
Wow.
One of the girls I work with was like, Phil was glowing this year. I was laughing so hard. Like, oh my God. So
Phil. He's a zaddy now. Zaddy
Phil. So, oh my God, I could go on such a rant about this and I won't.
Yeah, let's keep that for another day.
I can't. I almost can't. I'm upset. Okay. All I'm going to say is there's a whole festival dedicated to it. And so help me God if I am not there in the next 5 years.
Yeah, you need to go.
Okay. I will let that lie. I will let that go. But I want you to know that I have so much more to say.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. So it's Hey Babe segment time.
Hey babes.
Hey babes.
So we're going to have to pick this apart. She said, it's crazy. I'm almost 30. I have a side piece that kind of wants to be serious, but I can't see it going anywhere.
First part of it. Okay.
But I want a good husband, and I want my gut to tell me that that he's the right person before I dive in with him.
Okay, number one.
And then she says, open to you calling me on my shit and the societal standards.
Okay, so she's aware.
She knows.
She gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know this. Let me look into the camera. Ma'am, 30, almost 30. You're not even 30 yet.
Right.
Like, you are a child. You are young. We are young.
There's so much time.
So much time. I don't think you need to put any pressure on yourself with this. Like,
No.
And it already sounds like intuitively, like you're asking if your intuition should tell you. No, you're intuitively already knowing that you're not into this person as a serious person.
You would wind up forcing it.
Yeah. You're forcing it because you feel like you need to settle down. That's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
Am I reading that right?
She wants a husband.
She wants a husband. But like when you want the husband, it usually doesn't come like that. Like I feel like if you need to like just
I agree.
chill and like have fun and that'll come along. I feel like that's how it goes. Like have your side piece, but if you feel like it's not going anywhere, maybe those like that just needs to be set. That needs to be said.
Yeah.
And if he's cool or they're cool with like hooking up and being and that's it, then great. But if he already or they, I don't know if I should say
it's a he.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he's okay with it, then great. But also if he's already in deep, it might be a little like if he like once more and he's going to keep bringing that up, you might have to cut that off and just.
Well, yeah, because it's also unfair to string someone along if you're unsure. And if the only reason that you're like, let me dive in deep is because you want a husband and you're almost 30 and you feel like you're about to like hit a milestone where like your friends are getting married and you should be getting married and you should be settling down, like still don't do it with the wrong person because
never ends well.
Yeah, it's not gonna like it'll be cool for for like a little bit but like once the honeymoon stage is over, you're gonna be like, what did I do?
Yeah, you don't want to do that just because you feel a need to.
Yeah, and you don't. Like, you're 29. You don't need to do that.
You do not. I mean,
you have so much time.
Again, like here we are starting over at 32, 33 now. Like we're doing it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
You have so much time.
Like you want your gut to tell you, but it is.
It is telling you.
It is. It's
already.
telling you no.
It's telling you no.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah.
So if you're having fun, like have fun, but don't, I agree with what you said. Like, I think if you go out and you're like, I'm looking for a husband. Yeah. Like you'll try and make anybody that kind of works mold for you. Yeah. Like you'll try and shape them into that. Whereas I think it should happen actually the other way where you like organically just love someone so much that you're like, oh, let's spend forever together.
Yeah. And ask where that's coming from. Like, why are you saying like, why do you feel like you need a husband right now? Yeah. Like why don't just like spend time with yourself and have fun?
Once you have a husband, that's it.
That's all she wrote, you know?
Well,
until it's not. We're a little jaded, but
I mean, your life's over.
Your life's just over forever.
No, but I mean, like,
don't rush it. Like, enjoy your life. And I feel like once you're so secure in yourself and you're like chilling, that's when that person's going to come along and you're going to be like, this is why.
When you're not trying, they appear.
And the guy you're hooking up with is not it. So like,
right. Just because he thinks you're it
does not mean you think he's it. And as soon as you cut that out of your life, someone will come in.
That's the thing.
That's how it happens. And it's so cliche.
No, but
so
like
true.
When you cut what's weighing you down, I was going to say something so corny, but like you can fly.
Okay.
No. When you like cut off what's weighing you down, you're able to just like be free. And when you're fully yourself, you receive what's meant for you. So maybe
and no, you don't need a husband, sister. You are Miss Independent all on your own.
You have a lot of time for that.
Yeah.
If you want it.
Yeah. You can.
But yeah, don't listen to society.
That is definitely. You already knew. You already knew what we were going to say. You wrote in and you already know. Mm-hmm. But we appreciate the written. I think it's great. And I think it's great to have that conversation and a little reminder set, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Maintain your independence.
Speaking of.
That's our topic. What a beautiful segue. Independence, right? Miss Independent. Miss Independent. I'm singing a lot. I love her. That was a bob. Independence. I mean, guess it's questioning, like, what is that to us? Mm-hmm. And how is it showing up in our daily lives and even like before, during, after divorce?
Yeah. So in your marriage, did you have independence? Like, do you feel like you had that?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
And did you make it for yourself, or was it like an agreed upon thing?
I think I've always come from an independent background of just being a daughter of a single mom.
Yeah.
Like I really do. It's just always been like hyper independence, and that's good and bad. And it came through. I think I've mentioned it before in my marriage. I really took over everything. He allowed that, which most, I feel like people would want you to like allow you to be who you want to be.
Yeah.
But it was almost to a point where I ended up taking it all on and then got resentful,
That's fun.
Classic.
Yeah.
So I was a little too independent. I was kind of very masculine and like feminine, but mainly masculine with everything.
Like taking charge.
Yes. And making sure I had my own money, and I never wanted to, like, it was never like hours together. It was never thought like that. It was just like separated. And I got that because I grew up again, making sure like I can always take care of myself.
Yeah.
And always having a little fear, an undertone of like being left, I guess, like my mom was.
Totally. Actually, that makes sense. That's like how I feel now. Kind of like very scared.
Yeah. How did you feel like while in your marriage though? Did you feel
extremely codependent?
Right.
Like literally not an ounce of independence.
Okay.
Like I don't think I made any decisions on my own. And I'm talking literally any. I was actually just talking with someone about this the other day. Like they were like, you made no decisions on your own.
Wow.
Like literally, like from what was for dinner to what my career was going to be, it was like, what will he think about this? How will this impact his life?
Wow.
Like I didn't do anything alone. Like we had joint bank accounts, like everything was together.
Wow.
Everything. So I think now I'm in the place that you are, or that you were, where it's like just being betrayed. Like I'm like so scared that's going to happen again. So I'm like, no, this is all mine, and I need to keep my exactly.
Yeah.
And it's hard to let that go, to be honest.
It's hard to find the balance of like finding like that middle ground of like a perfectly, like you could be yourself and independent, but you can also share with someone else and like the major things in life.
Yeah. It's definitely working that out right now.
It's interesting because I feel like we're coming at it from different ways.
Like I came from a single mom too.
But you ended up like just, it was opposite.
Yeah.
Right.
I like
and then
clung on to somebody.
Right. Where I was always at arm's length being like, no matter what. And that's like the dynamic we always had.
Yeah.
But I never knew I was doing that at the time.
Do you think like you were like avoidant attachment style during that time?
I don't even know if I knew what attachments were at that time.
Well, like in reflecting.
Maybe. I think I just was so trained in my brain to like handle it all and never asking for help with him. And not that he wouldn't help, but I was definitely just, it was never a question to ask him for help. It was just like, I'm going to do it.
Isn't that amazing that like.
And then you shoot yourself in the foot.
You could have made life so much easier by just being like allowing someone to help you. But
you allowing him to take on the masculine role.
Right.
And then I got upset that he just never did. Right. And then I'm like,
but you never asked.
But I never asked.
Right.
But it's like I did at one point, right?
Not coming at you.
Yeah,
but
no, like I did like midway through.
Yeah,
I was like, I need you to step up and do more. But then my actions, and you just go right back to how it was in that dynamic. And I'm like, things end up going back to how they were. And I think that was a big factor for sure. And I think it's me constantly battling, not constantly, that sounds really dramatic, but like in this new relationship, I want to make sure I do ask for help and I do allow him to do things and not do it for, because that actually brings a disservice to them. Right. Then they feel like they can't do anything.
Yes.
And then they get more like, I don't know what the word is. I guess they get a little more insecure about doing it because they don't want to disappoint you. Yeah. Even with something as little as like cleaning or like cooking. Like I make sure to praise everything that's done because I want to know that he's going to repeat it and I don't have to, you know what I mean?
Do that more.
And it's like, no, I genuinely am excited. It was done well, but I was also just like, I need to remember that these are big, it's a big deal. Like, even though I know it's like, that's a partnership, right? But it's hard to learn a partnership when you're coming from a place of hyper independence. Yeah. It is. And for you, I think it's hard because you don't want to, like you acted so, I feel like it was vulnerable. You were more vulnerable with your ex. I feel like in the sense of you allowed him to take over everything. Like that put you in a really vulnerable, but you didn't see at the time. Looking back, you were in a vulnerable position because he was in control of a lot. Right. Which, you know, you gave him all that masculine where you were strict, like, and I think we all should be a little bit of both. But this time around, you want to make sure like no one takes advantage, right?
Right. Well, yeah, and I'm also like scared. And not that, I mean, my boyfriend has never given me any reason to be nervous or scared or whatever.
He's like,
he's lovely,
he's the
but
best.
I know
Yes.
the best. But I still have like that kind of stuff lingering. So
For sure.
but I am working so hard on like letting him do stuff for me.
Yeah.
Now, and it is hard. Like sometimes you just have to sit down and be like, just sit here. I know you want to get up. Like yesterday, he had to print something, and I have a printer because I'm an old person, and
it's great.
He was like, "No, I know.
It's good to know,
right? No one has a printer anymore.
No,
I have a printer. There she is. She's got new ink in her." Wow. But so he was printing stuff, and I was like, "Okay, the ink is over there, and I'm just gonna get up and get it." And he was like I wasn't feeling well, like I had a headache, and he was like, "Can you just like lay down?" Mm-hmm. He was like, I got it. Like I got it.
Yeah.
But so sometimes just laying down and being like, I'm dying, or like sitting down and being like, just let him do it. Just let him do it.
Yeah. No, it's the truth.
But yes, I'm trying to find, I don't know. Yeah. I'm trying to find like balance.
Yeah. But
I will say, I do love me some space, and I do love being alone, and for how much I love him, but I think I still want to like do solo trips and stuff.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. The amount of people that asked me if I was going to this one alone again, because I went alone last year.
Yeah.
But I want to go with him, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I think it is still okay to be like, I want to go by myself somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I just think it's important, especially for me right now, to be like, still be like, who am I, not who are we? Like,
yeah.
Because I want to have, not that I'm a different person, but I have a different role in my personal life than I do in a relationship. And it's like solo traveling is so fun because you realize kind of like who you are interacting with complete strangers.
Yeah, it's like who you are truly.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to care what they think.
I'm so nice. And it's like cute. I'm like, oh my God, look at you. Like, yeah. And I don't want to lose that. So.
But the more you do that, the more you gain a lot of independence for yourself and
security.
And you're able to just show up in your relationships in a way that you never have before.
Like just
any
yourself.
Relationship.
And yeah totally.
Mm-hmm. And that's on independence, girlies.
That's on independence. Okay, so our new jam is ending with like a sweet little quote or just something for you guys to carry through the week. And I did want to shout out this poet who I absolutely love, and I read her book When the Waves Come, like in the very, very initial stages of separating from my husband, and literally like I would read it and cry. Like it is so good. So if you're going through it, I highly recommend that you get this book. They have it on Amazon. And you can follow her on Instagram and read like a lot of the poems, but one that kind of speaks to independence that I just want to share is, if I decide not to choose myself, I have disappointed all the women that came before me that did not choose themselves either. And like, her stuff resonates with me so much. So I'll like throw a link to her book somewhere, but oh my God, it was like I busted out highlighters for this book. Like I was absolutely obsessed with it. And I still, anytime someone's going through a breakup, I buy them this book. I'm in love with it. So
I love that. It's hard to keep your boundaries sometimes, but you do need to look back at like who you were before and see how far you've come. And it is new, like a new separation. Yeah. It is going to be hard to choose yourself, but
yeah, you got to do it. Or even right before you do it, you got to do it.
And really just do practices to maintain your independence. Like even if it's small practices, like you just take yourself out or you
go to coffee alone,
do something alone, and just, rely on yourself more than anyone else and trust yourself at that. So
it's so important. So have an incredible week.
Have a great week, ladies. We love you.
Love you, girls.
Thank you so much. Bye.